So, how long were you in the job search phase independently? What was navigating that process like by yourself? And what was that journey like?
So independently, I was on the search for about 6 months. It was pretty difficult for the first few months. It was pretty daunting because I was applying to jobs and getting no response. So I was kind of a little bit lost in terms of where I was going and I guess what I was doing wrong. And then leading into the latter part of my journey, I was getting interviews, but I was never getting an offer. So it was kind of like taking 2 steps forward, but then 6 steps back. I didn't really know what was going on. And I didn't really have a strategy either. I felt like I was just aimlessly applying to jobs and I didn't really have that structure. So it definitely made it more difficult.
Right. And at what point did you decide you wanted to do something differently? And what was the result after that decision?
So I would say probably the beginning of this year, I definitely wanted to take a more strategized approach and really just have some guidance from someone that had experience in the field. And that was when I reached out to Precious and really seeked mentorship. And he was able to really give just key components that I was missing in my own personal journey. So first, when it came to my resume, as he stated, I was looking for project manager roles, and I didn't really take time to realize that you have to structure your resume a certain way in order to attract those roles, and there's certain keywords and lingo that you have to use, and I was missing that. So he definitely helped me with that, and then he also helped me really update my LinkedIn to reflect what was in my resume. I think a lot of people forget that your LinkedIn is also kind of like a virtual resume and has to be really aligned with what you're putting out. So he definitely helped me with that. So that was what I really appreciated. And then also just helping me with my interview prep as well, going through like what they look for when it comes to interviews in the project management space, how to structure your answers, and even just how to ask insightful questions. I think that's also something people don't talk about. Like the questions you ask at the end matter just as much as your answers throughout the process. So that was super helpful. And even just ways that I could upskill, whether it was through my PMP or just other certifications, were also something we touched on in the mentorship, which I didn't really get from other sources that I was